Shalom. What is the greatest reveal is on the other side of the season from separation? Number six holds two movements that belong together: a voluntary vow of consecration and the most beautiful blessing in all of Torah. One is about what you lay down, the other is about what the Creator pours out when you do. Stay with me through this whole study because at the end, I'll leave you with a live sax meditation on the Aaronic blessing, letting the sound carry the Creator bless you and keep you over your home, your work, and your calling. Let's go. Welcome to AsahxMusic Torah Studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. We have now spent 5 chapters building the camp, counting, positioning, assigning, purifying. Number 6 turns to something different: voluntary, personal, intense consecration. Not a command from the Creator, an invitation. Any man or woman in Israel may choose a season of deeper separation. And when that season ends, the Creator responds not with more instruction, but with a blessing so rich it has been spoken over people for over 3,000 years. If you have ever felt the pull toward a deeper season of separation or longed for the kind of blessing that covers every dimension of your life, number 6 is your chapter. Walk through it with me. So we're going to open up to Numbers chapter 6 and we're going to read from verses 1 through to 8. And the Creator spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, when a man or woman does separate by making a vow of a Nazirite to be separate to the Creator, he separates himself from wine and strong drink. He drinks neither vinegar of wine nor vinegar of strong drink. Neither does he drink any grape juice, nor eat grapes or raisins. All the days of his separation he does not eat whatever is made of the grapevine, from seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation a razor does not come upon his head, until the days are completed for which he does separate himself to the Creator. He is set apart. He shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow long, all the days of his separation to the Creator. He does not go near a dead body. He does not make himself unclean for his father, or for his mother, for his brother or his sister, when they die, because his separation to Elohim is on his head. All the days of his separation he is set apart to the Creator." So we see mention of the Nazirite vow, and we saw where the Creator spoke to Moshe, and notice immediately man or woman. That is highlighted, man or woman. So it's clear that it's both applicable to them. This is not restricted to priests or Levites. Any Israelite may take this vow. It is entirely voluntary. The Hebrew word Nazir means simply separated or consecrated, to be set apart in a special way. 3 specific restrictions define the Nazirite season. The first one is no grape products, no wine, no strong drink, no vinegar from wine, no grape juice, no fresh grapes, no raisins. Everything from seed to skin, total abstinence from the vine in every form. Secondly, no razor on the head. Verse 5 tells you, the growing hair is a visible sign of the vow. Everyone in the camp can see that this person is a Nazirite season. Verse 7. And thirdly, no contact with the dead. Not even a parent, sibling, son, or daughter. The ordinary exemptions that apply even to the priest do not apply here. The Nazirite is separated to a higher standard. So we see the standards are mentioned, consecration is visible, total, and costly. The Nazirite vow is voluntary, open to all, and deeply demanding. No half measures are permitted, not even grapes, seeds, or skins. The growing year makes the consecration publicly visible, and the standard for avoiding the dead exceeds even what is required of ordinary priests. This is the most intense form of personal separation available to any Israelite. Imagine an Israelite woman in the camp deciding to enter Nazarite season. From the moment the vow is spoken, her life changes visibly. The cup of wine at the evening meal she declines. The grapes from the market she passes by. The funeral procession for her neighbor, she stands at a distance. Her hair grows past where she would normally cut it. Everyone around her can see. She's in a season of separation. She has not retired from the community. She walks through it every day. But she carries a visible mark of deeper concentration. Consecration. There is no private Nazarite. Consecration in the Torah sense is never purely internal. It is visible. It costs you something others can observe. The Nazarite gave up the most social and celebratory substance of ancient life, wine, the drink of feasts, hospitality, and joy. The growing year marked the season publicly. The Creator designs consecration to be something people around you can see, because visible holiness creates accountability and witness. When you enter a season of deeper separation, whether that is fasting, prayer, turning off certain media, stepping back from certain environments, let it be real enough that someone close to you notices. A secret consecration is often not a consecration at all. The prohibition on all grape products down to the seed and the skin is intentional in its totality. The vine is in scripture represents joy, prosperity, and blessing. The Nazarite is not saying that wine is evil. The Creator called wine a gift. Rather, the Nazarite is saying, for this season, I'm laying down even the gifts to fix my entire attention on the giver. It is the difference between enjoying the Creator's blessing and becoming consumed by them. The Nazarite fast is a fast from good things, not just as not sinful ones. The Nazarite gave up wine, which the Creator himself called good, to say, in this season I want the giver more than the gift. Number 6 teaches that consecration is sometimes fasting from blessings, not just from sin. Now let's walk through what happens when something goes wrong in the middle of the Nazarite season. We're going to look at verses 9 through to 12. Verse 9 through to 12. If any man dies very suddenly beside him, defiling his consecrated head, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the seventh day he shall shave it. And on unexpected death, someone falls beside him, dies suddenly, without warning, the Nazarite had no way to avoid it. The defilement was accidental, and yet the consequence is real. The dedicated hair is shaved off. 2 birds are brought as offerings. Atonement is made, and then the count restarts. He shall separate himself to the Creator for the days of his separation, and shall bring a male lamb a year old as a guilt offering. But the former days shall be void, because the separation was defiled. The former days shall be void. That means it actually starts over. Even an accidental interruption resets the entire Nazarite period. The days already accumulated do not count. This is one of the most searching and demanding aspects of the vow. One moment of unavoidable defilement, and the entire season must be restarted from zero. Imagine a Nazarite. One has been faithfully keeping the vow for 49 days. One morning, a neighbor collapses and dies at his feet without warning. He could not have moved in time. The defilement was completely outside his control, and yet the Torah is clear. The 49 days are void. He has to shave his head, the visible sign is gone, he brings his offering, and the count restarts at day 1. After 7 weeks of faithful consecration, he's back at the beginning. It's one of those moments where the Torah seems brutally hard. until you see what it reveals about the Creator's standard and His mercy together. Two things are true simultaneously in verse 9 to 12. Holiness is costly and fragile, and the Creator provides a path to restart. He does not see the Nazirite is disqualified or rejected. He provides atonement and a new beginning. This is the character of the Creator through Numbers, demanding and merciful at the same time. In seasons of your own consecration, there will be interruptions, some accidental, some not. The Torah does not tell you that the days lost were wasted. It tells you that there's a cleansing, there's an offering, there's a fresh start. The interruption does not end the calling. There's a deeper meaning. The fact that even accidental defilement resets the count tells us something profound. Holiness is not primarily about intention, it is about state. The Nazarite's intention was pure, the death was not his fault, but the state of his consecration was affected regardless. This is why the Creator provides priestly atonement, because our state before Him is not maintained by good intentions alone. We need covering, we need the offerings, we need the priesthood. The Nazarite section quietly points toward the need for priestly mediation in every season of human consecration. One accidental moment reset 49 days of faithfulness. Number 6 shows that holiness is fragile, but the Creator's response is not rejection. It is atonement, cleansing, and a fresh start. The interruption does not end the calling. Let's now read the completion of the Nazarite period from verses 13 through to 21. When the days of the Nazarite's separation are completed, he is brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. He brings a substantial offering, a 1-year-old lamb without blemish as a burnt offering, a 1-year-old ewe without blemish as a sin offering, a ram without blemish as a peace offering, a basket of unleavened bread, unleavened wafers, grain offering, and drink offerings. The priest presents them before the Creator. Then verse 18. And the Nazarite shall have his consecrated head at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and shall take the ear from his consecrated head and put it on the fire that is under the sacrifice of the peace offering. The ear, the visible sign of the entire season, goes into the fire. It is an offering. The mark of the consecration is surrendered at its completion, given to the Creator as part of the peace offering. And then verse 20. After the priest waves the offering, after that the Nazarite may drink wine. The season is completed, the table is restored, the gift of the vine can be received again. The completion of the Nazarite vow requires both substantial offerings and a specific act, the ear, the visible mark of the entire season. It is cut and placed in the fire under the peace offering. The symbol of the creation is surrendered to the Creator as part of the closing sacrifice. The season does not end when the time is up. It ends when you back the sign, when you give back the sign. Picture the Nazarite standing at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The period is complete. The offerings have been brought. Now the razor comes, month after month of growing hair. The thing that marked him in the marketplace, at the well, at every meal, is shaved off and placed in fire. What he has been visibly carrying for the entire season goes into the flame with a peace offering. It belongs to the Creator. It is not his to keep. The season ends not with celebration first, but with surrender first. And then the table is restored and the wine is poured again. Seasons of consecration end well when we surrender the sign, when we bring what the season produced, the growth, the fruit, the visible evidence of what the Creator did in us, and give it back to Him before we pick up the ordinary gifts again. There is a temptation to end a season of separation by immediately returning to normal life, as if consecration were only about the restrictions. Number 6 says the season ends at the altar, not at the calendar. Finish your season of separation with an offering. Give back what grew before you drink the wine again. The Nazarite's growing ear, the visible sign of his entire season, went into the fire onto the peace offering before he could drink wine again. A season of consecration ends well when you surrender the sign. Give it back before you pick up the gift again. And now we reach the jewel of number 6, the Aaronic blessing, verses 22 through to 27. The Creator speaks to Moshe, "Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, Thus you shall bless the people of Israel. You shall say to them, The Creator bless you and keep you. The Creator make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Creator lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So shall they be put my name on the people of Israel, and I will bless them. This blessing has 3 lines. Each line has 2 movements. Each movement is increasing in intimacy. Bless you and keep you, that's provision and protection. Face shine upon you and be gracious to you, that's favor and grace. Face of the Creator turned toward you with light. Lift up his countenance and give you peace. Creator's face raised in a smile of complete acceptance, and from that acceptance, shalom. The blessing is deeper than we know. The Aaronic blessing is the most ancient spoken blessing in continuous use in the world today. Spoken at Shabbat tables, synagogues, churches, and dedications for over 3,000 years. It is given by the Creator to the priests to place his name on the people. The blessing does not originate with Aaron. It originates with the Creator and moves through the priest to the people. The ancient Hebrew text reveals layers of meaning that the English translation cannot fully carry. One scholar translates the first line as, the Creator will kneel before you presenting gifts and will guard you with a hedge of protection. The second line, the Creator will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will beautify you. The third line, the Creator will lift up his wholeness of being and look upon you, and he will set in place all that you need to be whole and complete. This is not a warm greeting. This is a declaration of the Creator's complete, attentive, beautifying, protecting, shalom producing presence over your life. Notice where the Aaronic blessing sits in number 6. It follows the Nazirite vow, a chapter about human consecration, and now it is the Creator's response. The movement is your separation, his blessing. Your surrender, his face, his shining face. You're here in the fire, his countenance lifted toward you in peace. The chapter ends not with more instructions for the people, but the Creator speaking through priests over everyone, the Nazirites and the non-Nazirites alike. Everyone receives the blessing. Consecration does not earn you more blessing than your neighbor. It simply positions you to receive what was always being offered. So shall they put my name on the people of Israel, and I will bless them. The priest speak the words, but the Creator places his name. The blessing carries the weight of his name. When a person speaks these words over you, they are not whispering or wishing good things for you. They are transmitting the Creator's name. His name is the blessing. The Aaronic blessing is not Aaron wishing you well. It is the Creator placing his name on you. Priests speak the words, but he does the blessing. His name is a blessing. 3 lines, 3,000 years, still true. Number 6 is the Creator presenting 2 movements that belong together. And when you see them side by side, the chapter becomes one of the most beautiful in all of Bamidbar. We saw the Nazirite vow, voluntary, visible, total, and fragile. Anyone could enter a season of deeper separation. The restrictions were real, the cost was public, and even an accidental interruption reset the count. But the Creator provided atonement, cleansing, and a fresh start every time. At the end of the season, the heir goes into the fire. You surrender the sign before you pick up the gift again. And then the Creator turns to Aaron and says, here are the words, speak them over every person. 3 lines, 6 movements. Creator's name placed on his people, blessing, keeping, shining, gracious, lifted countenance, peace. This week ask yourself, am I in a season that calls for deeper separation? What gift am I being called to lay down to fix my eyes on the giver? And have I received the blessing that the Creator has been speaking over me? Not because I earned it, but because he placed his name on me. Thank you for walking through number 6 with me. Like it, share it, and subscribe so you don't miss a single chapter. And now, as promised, here is AsahxMusic meditation on the Aaronic blessing. May the Creator bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom. Peace in every dimension, complete and whole. Shalom.